So the brother just affirmed what Allah said exactly about yes, they believed in different deities. And that's what Prophet Yusuf told them. Which one is better? Different deities or the creator of the heavens and the earth? The powerful. So answer my question. Can you say exactly that's what my ancestors intended when they wrote those symbols?
So let's get back into it now, yeah? Earlier on you were speaking, okay? And you was talking about basically following the Salah, etc., etc., etc. Let me go there.
I want to say yes or no before you say tell me. You cannot explain before you say yes or no.
I'll walk with you first.
No, but can you say yes or no? Then explain.
Can I walk with you first? Because number one, you have a manhaj, right?
Yeah, but I think you
I want to go. Can I walk with you?
No, don't walk with me.
All right, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to say
Kalam,
yes.
be honest, man, and stop doing this honest.
Because you're not understanding.
Is it yes or no? Can you say this exactly what your ancestors intended?
Can I make you understand first? Can I make you understand? Thank you. So number one, you have a manhaj. Number one, we have something similar to a manhaj, which is called the Tep Hesep, which is the right methodology to do things. Okay, that's number one, which is followed by Rehma'ah, to know what is ma'at, basically, to know what is true, righteous, and just, and so forth. Okay. Then apart from that, we also talked about our righteous ancestors. Okay, which is our akhu. We follow what they have to say. All right, but what precedes all of that here is what we can observe in nature, what we can observe within inside ourselves, and what we could surmise about the divine principles.
Subjective again, subjective.
So now, yeah, you're asking me a question.
Again,
you asked me a question, yeah. Would everybody agree with what exactly?
But the Quran and the Salaf, how the Salaf understood it. No, sorry. I'm asking you, can you say, you know those symbols that has been written by your so-called ancestors, yeah?
Yes.
Can you claim for sure that's what they intended exactly?
Okay.
Because you have explanation.
Yes.
You have your explanation, you have Jabari explanation, you have Raji explanation, you have Dr. Ben explanation. If you can, why you differ?
We don't. Everybody who knows the hieroglyph language has all agreed. We know what the hieroglyphs say. Clear.
So your answer is to pray.
Okay, now we get into that.
Yes.
Is that the question?
No. Yeah, please, don't be philosopher. Answer me. Did your ancestors pray to deities?
Okay. So number one. Can I answer your question?
No, please.
Can I answer your question?
Answer me yes before you answer me question. According to Jabari, they did. Okay. According to Dr. Raji, they didn't. Yes. And not just these two. There's many sects in your schools which are different.
But they have different
understanding. No, they're not both right. No, okay. They refute each other. You claiming they're right when they themselves they say he's wrong. Okay. Come on, man. Please, Kalam. Be honest.
Explanation. Let him explain. Let him explain.
No, he's claiming. He's making claims.
Let him explain.
I'll let him explain many times. No, I want to answer.
No. You jump in.
I'll let him speak for.
Can't say what he
brother, you need to calm down. He was speaking for 15 minutes. I let him speak.
No, you didn't know.
Brother, Kalam. Be honest.
No, trust me. You haven't. Okay. Now, number one.
Playing games. Let me tell you something.
Wait, Uncle, wait.
How come when I speak about chemists, people get frustrated?
I'm not.
I noticed that. They get frustrated, seriously. Him, the other guy comes, the other guy jumping.
Listen.
Uncle, I have respect. I'm speaking to him.
I have respect. I know.
I'm speaking to him.
Get away with it. Listen.
What way? Get away with what?
No.
Shamsi, just wait.
Tell me what deities represent.
Say again. Deities represent? What do you mean deities represent?
Don't play those games with me.
What are you getting angry for?
Damn long.
Calm down.
Explain to me what deity means.
Okay. Now when I pray to a deity, when I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's a powerful that I can pray to him to bless me, bless my family, protect me.
So he's not God, the deity. He's only the repository of God.
Wait.
Don't play that game with me.
All right.
Rashi doesn't. You have to disagree with. Do you accept what he's saying?
Let me go back into.
Many times I got people asking them. Every time someone jump, Kalam is going like this because he's thinking, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
Shamsi, you asked me a question. Did they used to pray? Okay.
They used to pray, yes.
All right, now
to deities.
The answer is this, Not everybody used to pray. In that respect.
Okay.
The reason being is, when you read the text here, you have to be, a sacred baboon to pray. And this is metaphorical speech. Can you be like, sacred baboon?
Who said that's metaphorical?
I would explain to you why it's metaphorical.
No, don't tell me you explanation. Okay. That's what the Barry was talking about, and you just got it now.
Have you seen how you cut me up again?
No, because I got you there, subhanAllah. Before you carry on, tell me which ancestor said that is metaphorical.
I'll give it to you in a minute, okay?
Go on.
So number one, you have to either be a sacred baboon.
Sacred baboon,
do it, Number two, you need to be a sacred.
I wish you baboon.
You need to be a sacred. What's the best term to use? A dog, basically, a sacred dog.
Dog, yeah.
Yep. And those two things, those two words I'm utilizing there, yeah, represent a particular attribute, which is Necha Juhuti. Necha Juhuti and also Necha Anuku. Okay? You need to be an initiate in either of those schools to be able to pray. Okay, now the priests who were initiated would be called a sacred baboon because they've been initiated in the school of Jehuti. Jehuti is a school of wisdom. The other one, which is Anubu, is the school of logic and understanding, basically.
Who said that? Which your ancestors claim that?
And
I'm keep asking you. You keep saying explanation, Kalam. I'm still waiting. That's what the question was in the beginning.
Okay.
Well, how do you know your ancestors intended that if you don't have a clear sanad to go back to them, say yes, that's what they meant? You have a writing. Is that me? Is that me? Hear me out.
Let me answer you.
Yeah, of course, but I have to interact. No. Kalam, I have respect. Many times, you and Gabs, you just go off. But I want to catch you to make understand.
You're a very difficult person.
No, it's not because I'm.
Just have a little bit of sabr, please. A little bit of patience.
Tell me.
Finish.
Okay, go on.
Let me finish.
Go on.
Okay. So first of all, you need to be initiated in those schools in order to learn what it means to actually pray and what they were actually doing whilst they were praying. It's not what you're thinking about. What prayer is according to a Muslim or what prayer is according to a Christian. There's nothing to do with that. Okay, that's
What is it?
I'm not even going to go into that.
No.
The reason why
you have to explain to me what is it to understand.
The reason why I'm not going to go into it is because you're not initiated. You're from the outside. You haven't even grasped it.
No,
outside.
because I'm going to expose you. That's why I believe.
You haven't even.
I believe true is contradictions.
You haven't even.
Is that me as a Muslim? I'm going to tell you, don't believe. I'm going to tell you what I believe because you're outside. Alhamdulillah, Islam is open. You can go to mosque. Anyone can read, can study it. Because anything is hidden because there's many contradictions in it, and there's something about it. That's why they hide it. Alhamdulillah for Islam. So again, now you said it's metaphorical. Just give me a clear cut criteria from your ancestors said those was just metaphorical because amongst you people they differ about this. Some said no, it was an actual thing. Some said no, it was just a metaphorical. That's the problem again, Kalam. We should not catching my points. And wallahi, I'm getting tired to be honest.
Even what he's saying is metaphorical, so I can answer your question.
You said it's metaphorical.
About what? What dog?
About the dog?
Yes.
About the baboon?
Okay. Who tell you?
Who said it's metaphorical?
Number one, you can go into a book called by Harapolo, which is breaking down the hieroglyphs, and he mentions it in that particular.
That's his understanding.
He mentions it in that particular.
That's his understanding.
He is an Egyptian speaking, breaking down the hieroglyphs.
Egypt now or
ancient Egypt times, okay? And he's breaking down the hieroglyphs. Then you can go into a book called the Book of Thoth, okay? Which is again the people of ancient Egypt breaking down the information that you have to be initiated. You need to be a barker. A barker is this. A barker is a person who knows how to speak the language and knows the meanings behind it. And it breaks it down concisely, so we understand what we're talking about.
So you have an ancient Egyptian book, backdates to the author. What's his name, the author?
The author is not mentioned.
Okay, so now that's my alhamdulillah. Kalam, I have respect. Now we don't know the author, and he said the author. He said that's what they meant. Okay. Again, it's subjective.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me. I have to finish it. We have to wrap it up because I really have to go. I have a class. I have to go.
Seriously, I
have a class.
We do not know the literal author.
You don't know them, so
hold on. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be very open and honest with you.
That's good.
We don't know the author of that particular one. It's because it's based upon a temple school system where different scribes are writing in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have Har Apollo. We know that the person's name is Har Apollo, and he's writing about the Meadow Necha itself. So with one instance, we do know the name. In a second instance, we don't know the name. Then we can go into Greek scholars who have been initiated, like Herodotus and other people, that give us the same breakdown as well. So we can confirm.
So you can accept.
So hold on. We can confirm via our own school of thought, our own people, and outsiders who have come in and says this is what it's all about.
No, I'll tell you not. You know why? Because as I've mentioned many times, Kalam and Gabs, they're not really being honest with us here. But alhamdulillah, now we have what? Technology. So you can do your own check-in to know that the commit amongst their people, which is they don't agree upon everything they can observe. Someone clearly said, no, you're completely wrong. He's saying, Uncle, I'm speaking, please. He's saying, no, Jabari, and the other one, both of them right, which both of them said, you are wrong, that must say he's wrong. So I'm saying, you try to, as the scientists in our time do, every time they make up something and they found that is a hole, they put patches, then what are you doing now? You're just putting patches to cover the mistakes, and until now, you didn't give me objective criteria. You told me, someone said this, I told you who's the author, you don't know who's the author. You said they break the language, you don't know who broke the language. How do you know that's what they intended? Because in order for us to know what the person intended, you have to trace back what the people that lived in his time send a chain of narration. No, someone wrote it and they say maybe it's like this, is a dog, is metaphorical. That's what they meant. That meant that again, just explanation, someone's understanding. Because I can bring someone from the Kemet, he said no, they meant this, they meant that. Am I right or not?
No.
Okay, so Kalam, anyway, brother, anyway, I'm going to stop here, to be honest. Anyway, you can, no, sorry, let me speak. I'm going to finish, you can tell them everything.
What you don't understand is here, we have a wealth of information about Kemet.
Okay, you have. I have to go, seriously. No, seriously, I have a class, and I have to go.
We can go onto the walls of Kemet, and we can look at the hieroglyphs and see what they're doing. We can see that it's a school system.
No, you just observation.
We can see that people are wearing masks. Yeah. We have found the masks that they were wearing.
Okay.
We've seen how they're buried. We know everything. Not everything.
No, just is it symbols? Is it symbols? Is it symbols? A lot of it symbols.
A whole list of it is symbols.
Symbols. That's what I'm saying. So symbols is it not comes down to explanation.
Okay, so can I explain to you?
Just yes or no. And
can I explain to you?
No, please. I want just yes or no. Is it a light or no light? Then explain. Because when you explain, if you say yes or no and then explain, I'm not going to get it, to be honest. I don't know if you're saying yes or no. I'm saying, if I say, like now, let me
you just want a baby understanding.
No. I want layman understanding.
Okay, let me give you layman
understanding. No, wait.
Basics,
wait. Let me clarify. Angry. I'm going to clarify something to the people here. Imagine I put human, so human and a dog's head. Okay, everyone can observe. He can bring his understanding. He can bring his understanding. I can bring his understanding. He cannot claim his understanding is what is objective, because he doesn't know what is my intent when I did this. You understand? That's why you have, as I have mentioned, you cannot lie to us now. I'm not saying you do it intentionally. I don't know if you're doing it intentionally or not, but we can go and check your own scholars. They differ amongst themselves when they observe the symbols. Do you understand that? So anyway, I'm leaving here. It was nice talking to you, Kalam.
I'm going to finish quickly.
No, I was shaking your hand before that.
No.
Okay, look at yourself. To show you how they get angry.
Speak and I can't give you my objective.
They finish. I have to go. I can go. He's going to finish. I have to go.
I've got it's going to be like 20 seconds. Number one, because you want a baby understanding, and let me give you a proper understanding.
Go on.
Number one, the hieroglyphs, when you go into the methodology of understanding what the hieroglyphs say, we know that the hieroglyphs are of three things. Number one, alphabets. They're alphabets. Number two, they're phonetics, meaning like, for example, you have the symbol for an R, which is basically lips, that literally lets you know that's the letter R. But it also lets you know the phonetic value, which
what do you mean?
The phonetic value is how it sounds, like Ra. Okay. Then you have the third bit, which is the ideological understanding of it, which is when you have like a Ra symbol, which is the mouth, and you have a little dash underneath. It lets you know you're talking about a person's mouth. So you have all the three understandings. Somebody might just come to you and only give you the alphabet understanding. Somebody might just come to you and give you the phonetic understanding. Somebody can come to you and give you the ideological understanding. But somebody who's well versed inside of the temple system and know the hieroglyph language can tell you on all three bases.
Okay.
But you personally only want the one basis.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you have. I repeat it over again, which I can. Let us clarify something. I asked them many times. I asked Kalam, Gabs. I asked the other guy, which was with me, the short guy. I'm still waiting for criteria to determine what is right, what is wrong. Like when you do, no, you give it to me. No, scientific. You cannot apply. You cannot apply a scientific method on a writing. He said raw, so I have to do, because scientific method you have to experimentation. How are you going to do experimentation on a writing? Is that me writing Dahaba? Let me repeat again. Dahaba. Come on, be realistic.
Would you like to know how?
No, I have to go. Seriously. No, I will know inshallah. Maybe next time. But just to clarify something. So what I'm saying that, as I have mentioned, alhamdulillah, we have a technology now, we have YouTube channels now. People, I'm not advising non-Muslims to go listen to these people. However, if someone who is knowledgeable wants to, because what you can see here sometimes, the Kemits speaking about their belief, and what got me to come and speak about this issue, when they said, in order for the Muslim to understand their religion, they have to come to us. Gabs quoting him, yes baby. How can I come to your understanding if your understanding is not even objective? Even amongst yourself, you have different understanding. So you come to you. I haven't go to what they believe about God, how the water was all the time, then God made from the water, and other nonsense belief out of respect, which is they try to mock a Muslim sometimes. You believe the Satan come into your nose. I don't want to go to that because I really have to go. But inshallah in the future, me and Kalam can speak about these other issues. But what I'm saying, when you watch debates that take place amongst the Kemits, when it comes to what those symbols means, they differ amongst themselves. I understand if you're speaking about linguistically means that, legislatively means that, but the other means no. Even in the asl, in the origin, they differ. Said no. They had a belief. Said no, they had no belief. Those symbols were just signs, symbols for the universe. Some of us said belief. So I'm saying you can watch it and you can see it. However, when you watch this debate between the Kemet, both of them have no criteria to determine what he's saying is correct and what is correct. Alhamdulillah for Islam, as Allah said, وَمَا يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا الظَّنَّ وَمَا تَهْوَى الْأَنفُسِ وَلَقَدْ جَاءَهُم مِّن رَبِّهِمْ الْهُدَى. They just follow conjecture and just follow desires, and Allah gave them the guidance. Uncle, sorry if I was shouting, but because I know when I'm speaking to them, I know when I speak to them, they get angry, someone's laughing, and Alhamdulillah, expose them today.
I'm not speaking on behalf of Kemet. I'm a downright atheist. But I know your tactics.
What you say?
You're not listening to what I'm telling you.
Show your face. Show your face. You see what I'm saying? You can look. That shows you don't know how to debate. You can show you how to debate. You can show you don't know debate.
Listen, Shamsi.
I am not Kemet. I'm a downright atheist.
Second?
Listen to me. I'm a downright atheist. I'm not a Kemet. But I know your tactics, alright?
Where's my tactics?
What you try to prove could be said about what your concept of belief.
No, I'm not. Go on, Uncle.
Your concept, I can use that very argument against yours. I am not Kemet. I'm a downright atheist. But I know your tactics, and I can use those very arguments. If
Okay,
I'm
Uncle.
Kemet, I can use that.
But what I'm saying, Uncle, so I say Uncle, no, I was Uncle. I'm saying, in order for us to know what our ancestors said or the people of the past, we need something to utilize to determine if it was right or wrong. Because we have to understand there was no camera back then, there was no tape recording, so we have to use something. So now, the only thing that which makes sense to the people, even our time people, they can do photoshopping, they can change the car. But when it comes to Isnad, okay, my brother Abdullah says something. Who is Abdullah? Is he trustworthy? Let us verify. Is he a truthful person? Does he have strong memory? That is a way stronger than recording, because people now play with recording.
Yeah, but that could be.
Do you agree with that, Uncle? But do you agree with this?
I agree with
Alhamdulillah.
that.
Alhamdulillah. We can put this as the last one.
There was no camera in the time of. There was no camera, and there was no reporter.
I have to go.
And in the days of Muhammad the Prophet.
Yeah, so that's why we have Isnad. We have Isnad. Take Uncle, sorry for being, if I was shouting or chatting in the room.
No.
Just to discuss it,
That's
inshallah.
in it.
Yeah, sorry. Take care.